takes to bring Biafra. So the United Kingdom, we are not scared. We are not afraid of you. I have just given example how you left European Union. Why can't you give us that same exact right to try democratically to see whether Nigeria, whether everybody in Nigeria want to be part of Nigeria? The time is over when you will be using your laws to cage us and threaten us as if we are in colonial era. There are new breeds that are ready to make history. I will be part of them. Human rights encompasses an articulation of the need for people to be treated in a just, decent, and a human way, regardless of their ethnic, religious, and racial profile. Human rights violation involve denying human rights and human beings their basic moral entitlement to some extent. For example, human rights violation, also called the crime against humanity, include genocide, torture, rape, and slavery, wanton starvation, and medical experimental, among others. All these Biafran people have suffered for years, and Britain was part of it. What constitutes human rights violation? They said wanton starvation, where Biafrans will not starve to death in the 60s by the tactics employed by the British government. It happened. Have anybody paid for that? Even though we do not have the ICC back then. But have anybody showed remorse for the wanton starvation of Biafra people? Our children were killed by hunger as a result of the British government experience in torture. They say the human right, those who involve in human rights abuse will not be granted asylum, while we are the victim. Though this human rights violation have been part of human history. And only in the last century has the universal consensus emerged that this same British and all of them unconditionally, they claim that they have now accepted that wanton starvation, torture, the genocide, rape have become, unconditionally wrong. They accepted that it was wrong, and Biafra suffered it. After you came to accept that wanton starvation is wrong, have you apologized? If not apology, what have you done to please and appease somebody like me, a Biafran, that my lineage were wiped out as a result of your wanton starvation against Biafra people? Because the reason why I am explaining this particular human rights violation is that was the reason they gave. Perpetrators, according to international law, research, perpetrators of human rights violations range from government, corporation, even organized crime rings, to community and individuals. But there are numerous underlying factors, underlying causes that could drive people to commit human rights violation. There is temptation to view. There are temptations to view human rights violation in a one-dimensional construct. encompassing the very simplistic spectrum of the evil versus good. Where is the British conscience in that? It is in the mindset of many people that perpetrators of human rights violation are inherently evil. Nigeria government is one of them. Buhari is one of them. Nigeria army, they are part of it. They commit these crimes as a way of self-gratification or even to feed their greed. And of course, above all, for the Fulanization of Nigeria, which we, the modern generation, our blood is very hot. Our blood is very hot. We have come to Europe, we have come to Western world, we have seen, we have civilized, we have read, we have researched, and we are ready for anybody that is coming to stop our freedom. We are not committing crime. What we do is to defend our land, and that we will continue to do. Come and show me in your law where it says when somebody come with AK-47 to kill you, you sit and watch him kill you. We have watched them kill us for many years. The time has come. We are not going to watch them kill us again. Now, it is in the mindset of many people that perpetrators of human rights violation are inherently evil and commit this crime as a way to feed their greed. But in Nigeria case, it is for the Islamization and the Fulanization of Nigeria. Remember what I told you? I said, call me, address me as Nigel Farag today. Nigel Farag of Biafra. That is what I want you to call me today, just for today. So that when they watch this, my broadcast, as they plan their evil, they will have something hitting them in their chest. This particular human rights violation that we are talking about, it is inconceivable that a particular group of people like Fulani terrorists can take up arms and massacre thousands of people from different ethnic groups in Nigeria without there being other important compelling factors other than Usman Danfodio conquest. And you want to use your give asylum. We were never interested in the British asylum. Only those who mistakenly find themselves outside the country are seeking asylum. We don't want to be part of asylum. When the United Kingdom offered asylum to IPOB, we rejected it. I want everybody to understand that. We rejected the asylum. Have you all forgotten? Because what they wanted to do is to give us asylum so that everybody will leave Nigeria and run to the United Kingdom. You will go there and start eating burger, cleaning plate and washing the street. Forget that your freedom is more important. That actually people can come to Biafra to wash plate and clean the street in the next 20 years. We rejected it. I was part of the rejection of that particular asylum to the IPOB. Because we don't need it. Our women have not only been exploited by the Nigerian army and soldiers and other security agencies from across divide, but it is a common practice for soldiers to carry the women of our women, kidnap them, and after raping them, lock them up and transfer them to Niger State. And they use them as comfort women. You know, that's what they call it in war. they're already fighting war. They adopted kidnap our women, turn them into sex slave. They call them comfort women from their own side. The British and the UK Home Office and everybody was watching and listening to this happening in Nigeria for decades. And they did nothing. They did nothing. This is what constitutes a sort of institutionalized sexual violence against Biafra women. Rape is also a very, very big tactics that the Nigerian army have used and other security agencies. They have employed to use the rape of our women, abduction of our children, to install terror. They use it to instill terror. Today, go to Imo State. They have used the killing, they have used the abduction of women and raping them, and they have instilled terror in the population in order to silence our women who are active politically in Biafra land. And some of you watched the video where you see that we are cutting the private part of a woman. And of course, you think Biafra will do that? It's a propaganda video. That is what the DSS and the Nigerian army have done. They kill their own and they blame it on Biafrans. And some of you, the stupid that you do not support Biafra because you don't have the population that support that is against Biafra. All you do is to start sharing those nonsense propaganda video. The perceived presence of dangerous agent, how this human rights violation is being perpetrated by people and the Nigerian government, including the indigenous people, when their life is under threat. The perceived presence of dangerous agent in form of aliens like Fulani terrorists is a particular potent and catalyst for conflict and human rights violation in Biafra land today. What have the British government done about that? Ask yourself, what is the catalyst of the insecurity in Nigeria today? It is the invasion of the Fulani terrorists into our land. They carry AK-47 freely, they kill and maim, and the people are scared. They have to protect their land. That was what gave birth to Eastern Security Network. We can no longer farm, and today, Eastern Security Network has come to stay. It is not terrorism. It is called self-defense. So if the British and the UK Home Office ask you, tell them that because of the perceived presence of dangerous agents in the form of Fulani terrorists and herdsmen, that is the particular potent catalyst of the conflict going on today in Nigeria. It is not only in Biafra land. The catalyst of the conflict is the Fulani herdsmen trying to front the Usman Danfodio to run over our land. They are the same thing with Boko Haram. They are the same thing with Daesh. They are the same thing with ISWAP. Today we see the Nigerian army, they are now killing themselves when they get exposed. So tell United Kingdom, we are not interested in your asylum. Those who come there to seek asylum, they have found their way to seek asylum there. You treat their case individually. You can't just because of asylum and we jeopardize our freedom. When few of you went to European Union and start fighting decade of relationship with the European Union. You dissolve it amicably. Why don't you give Biafra and the Nigeria people the opportunity you enjoyed exiting the European Union? That's what we asked for. And in the absence of that, you are supporting and aiding violence in Nigeria. And that is what you are getting. The violence will be there until you address the issue of this dangerous diversity that everybody is fighting for. Now they want to exit Nigeria. You exited European Union. We want to exit Nigeria. Is that too much to ask? Our people are paying the biggest price. You stay in the United Kingdom. Do you know what is Nigeria? You sent Catherine Lang to go to Lagos and Abuja and stay. Did she know what is going on in my village? She don't know. Did she know how people survive in Nigeria? She don't know. My Biafra people, I am calling on you today. Do not even succumb an inch. Let anybody come with whatever they want. If I am not there tomorrow, you are going to fight. But I will be there till the end. I want you to understand that the conventionally, the militarily inferior group, when it comes to how the human rights violations are committed, the militarily inferior group sensing, if any militarily inferior group sensing the potential domination, if you sense a potential domination by a stronger force, that's usually the first initiate the conflict. But in Nigeria, it is not like that. In Nigeria case, it is not like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? In Nigeria case, instead of you to initiate the attack against Fulani when you have sensed danger, no, you want to be good. It is until they kill you the first time, you will shout. They will come again and kill you the second time, you will shout. They will kill you again the second time, you will shout. And you have shouted and they have killed you for years. But normally, you don't need Fulani to attack you before conflict will start. According to research, it is only that you sense danger, that there is a potential domination of your land. Just potential domination of your land can trigger conflict. In Nigeria case, it is not happening like that. In Nigeria case, they will kill you first. And when you retaliate, when you defend yourself, they will now be tagging you in the international community because they control the government. What they do, they invite Catherine Lang to northern Nigeria. They invite Catherine Lang to Sokoto, and they feed her, they give her, they treat her like a queen, because even the Queen of England is not enjoying the kind of audience that Catherine Lang is enjoying in Nigeria. The country, the world capital corruption. The capital of corruption is Nigeria. So Catherine Lang, as a woman, she go to North. Anytime she land at the airport, they will bring a traditional Fulani dancers. They will dance and they will escort her. I want this video to go to Home Office UK. That we are not even, our mind have been made up. We are not scared of anybody. If you want to come and arrest Monekpa, are you not going to arrest me under law? Is it law? You are going to quote some law that made you to arrest me, right? So bring that law and arrest me. Or plan my kidnap and let me see how you are going to kidnap me. I will be the bone that you can never swallow. What I am doing now is the exact thing Nigel Farage did for Britain. It is the exact thing Boris Johnson did for Britain. It is the exact thing Michael Gove did for Britain, to end decade of union between Britain and the European Union. And they call it Brexit. So bring the law. That's is why when I look at all these people that say they envy Simon Ekpa, you are a terrorist. They want to arrest you. They go, are they going to arrest me by which law? Let them bring that law and arrest me and tell me that the fighting for the freedom of my people is a crime. Under which law? And calling for the self-defense. If they want to kill you, kill them back. Enough is enough. We are getting there. And let me tell you people, if you think you have seen anything, we are just getting started. We are getting started. So what am I saying? I am addressing you, Biafrans. What I am telling you today is that the British did not designate IPOB as a terrorist organization. Rather, they said those who come to apply asylum, their cases will be treated individually to know whether the person have committed human rights violation. Now, I am explaining what is human rights violation to them. Now, let us look at the colonial era in Africa. The initial strategy by the European Union, by the Europeans, the explorers and settlers, as you may call them, had been to send in Africa missionaries to make peace. They sent missionaries to make peace with the indigenous tribe, including in Biafra land, so to pave way for the peaceful interaction. Some people noticed that these people that are bringing peace initiative to us, what are they coming to do? Do you know what happened? Do you know how European Union did it? However, when the local people, communities, were suspicious of European intruders, and once they engaged them militarily, bam, they later crushed the resistance ruthlessly. What did I say? Ruthlessly. They crushed you. But first of all, they came. They gave you bread. They gave you biscuit. They gave you Fanta. They gave you Coke. They gave you Catholic. They gave you Anglican. They were making peace. We accepted that. We embraced it. When you notice that this thing they were giving you was to take our natural resources, you try to resist them, they crush you ruthlessly. They brought arms, ammunition, use your community people, they kill everybody that resisted them. It happened. It happened. It's not a make-up story. The same people today are telling us after a decade that we do not have right to demand that we want to renegotiate the existence of Nigeria. They say, no, you don't have right to do that. You are better one. Who the hell does that? The only thing that is really happening now is that there are so many things we don't have access to yet. And when we do, and they have not started discussing the renegotiation of Nigeria, we will start the war again. I am telling you, because already they have started the war. It's just that we don't have all the things that is needed. Because if we have, the war would have been blown up now. Every day, the military are there killing our people. For what? Because you want freedom. For what? Because you are asking the opportunity that Nigel Farage have. You are asking the opportunity that Boris Johnson had. You are asking the opportunity that Michael Gove had. You are asking the opportunity that Catherine Lang enjoyed. She had the opportunity to make her voice heard, whether to be part of the European Union or not. Recently, this is not like 1,000 years ago. And we say, Nigeria is killing us. We can no longer be part of it. And let me tell you how the locals were crushed ruthlessly by the colonials. You know what they did? An aspect of fear can be traced in both set of antagonists. The indigenous group were afraid that European forces would come to dominate them and take away their resources. That is the exact thing the Fulanis are doing now. The indigenous people in Nigeria are afraid that Fulani are coming to dominate and take our resources, and it is happening every day. Now, in that Lake Chad, or whatever they call it, nobody can go there again to drill oil. Nigeria have oil there. You go there, you die. They have taken over the Lake Chad basin. Is there any account from anywhere showing that the oil that you are seeing in Lake Chad basin is being accounted for? The Boko Haram are using it to fund the war. They're being sheltered by the Nigerian government. Can the UK office and Home Office talk about it? The answer is no. The last time when the United Kingdom Parliament wrote to the Secretary General of the Commonwealth to look into the allegation of the Nigerian military complicit in the crime of terrorism, till today, we have not had anything. Till today, the United Kingdom have not come to say this is their finding, or this is the finding of the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. But every one of you saw it. You saw where they asked, when some of the MPs, they compelled or they wrote and they requested the Secretary General of the Commonwealth to investigate the allegation coming from Nigeria, from prominent ex-soldiers. Today, they sweep it under the carpet and they are writing about IPOB. They are writing about Mossab. They are writing about separatists in Nigeria, thinking that when they write like that, because election is coming, all of us will run. Oh, Britain is coming. Oh, Britain is writing. Who is scared of you? We are not scared. The freedom fighting is that we know exactly when to channel our energy, when to channel our fight. What I am fighting is right, my right, and I know my right, and I stand gidigam on my right in Nigeria accent. So I cannot come. They release a statement. Oh, the separatists in Nigeria. Oh, the human rights violator. Who is violating the human right? The Nigeria agents, security agents. They call them state actors. And of course, when these rights are violated, sometimes they met with equal reaction. And you can't blame anybody for that. Some people are doing it on their own. Nobody sent them. Now, indigenous group were afraid of the European forces. What would come to dominate them and take away their resources. While later, we are afraid, like European, we are afraid that the local group would also come violently against them to savage who would not coexist with them. Now, this is the exact tactic Fulani are using against us today. The Fulani terrorists, they are using to run over Nigeria without any initial peace. When the European came, they came with the Bible and gun one side. Now the Fulani are coming, they come with cow and AK-47 on the other side. They were never for peace. Today they are killing us. And when you rise up, they say no. When you set up Eastern Security Network, they say you are a militant. What do you call the Fulani terrorists? What are their own name apart from militant? They don't even call them terrorists. They call them herdsmen. They call them headers. But on a neutral ground, they have been branded as the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the world. It is on record. But not in Nigeria. Not in Nigeria. I want you to understand that there is also exist the African, the economic aspect of this whole conquest of Nigeria. The economics aspect of it toward the human rights violation that this UK office is talking about. But perhaps this represented the apartheid, for example, the apartheid regime in South Africa. The pre-independence of South Africa, for example, was also the economic aspect of the human rights violation. Today, we are seeing the same thing in Nigeria. Fulani are killing to make sure that they destroy your farmland. It is also violating your human right. So who is the victim? Why is Fulani coming to United Kingdom to apply asylum? Have you seen any Fulani herdsmen in United Kingdom? I am running away from Nigeria. I am running away from Africa. I want to come and seek asylum. You can never see anything like that, except those that are, somehow civilized and they don't even seek asylum. Because once they have the opportunity to travel, it means that they are from the family that have looted Nigeria or Africa. So, in the early South Africa, the Marxists based their explanation of racism in South Africa on the need to develop and maintain condition of capitalism in the country. Was that the case? The answer is no. So today I ask you, what is the Fulani basing their own conquest on? They base it, we are one Nigeria. Our brother is the president of Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to us by force. And they are there in the United Kingdom after Catherine Lang met with them in Sokoto and the Kaduna. They will come and start giving statement. Oh, come, all the separatists. When you look at the report from the Home Office, it was targeted at those opting out of Nigeria. It was not for the benefit of the United Kingdom. It was not for the protection of human rights. It was not for to see that the human right is being looked over in Nigeria. It is not to hold the people perpetrating the crime of human rights in Nigeria. It is not to hold them responsible. Because the people that are committing the crime of human rights violation are not the victims. So what mechanism has the United Kingdom put in place to punish the politicians who own properties everywhere in the United Kingdom, who have looted Nigeria money? They come to United Kingdom and buy property. What mechanism? Have anything changed on their own side? Because these are the people sponsoring the violation of human rights in Nigeria. And in case they don't know, just recently, a video popped out. As a matter of fact, I need to bring the video to the screen. I need to bring the video to the screen. I need to bring the video to the screen. As a matter of fact, video popped out on social media. They say they are militant and they are fighting for the governor of Central Bank. They say they want the Central Bank governor to become the president of Nigeria. So who is arming them? The same governor of Central Bank. So what have you done, the United Kingdom, to hold the Central Bank governor accountable for the insecurity and the human rights violation in the Southeast and the South-South? Look at them. The same thing happened to Tinubu. The same thing they did for Tinubu. So if you are looking for those violating the human right, they are not the people seeking asylum in your country.
After a week tour in the creeks in the Niger Delta, and after 2 consultations and meetings with the Niger Delta Freedom Reserve Force, which is the only standing fight force in the region wish to make the following points clear. One, firstly, we must state clearly that we are not a force against the federal government, or we are not a separatist movement. We are agitating for better life and inclusion from government. We have made up our mind to join politicking process, and we are tired of the recycling politicians in the system. Politicians are like men trying to shame men, promising everything on earth just to get her and doing nothing afterward as promised. We are tired of these games. The names flying around and carefully checking their background, we have settled for the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Ifeanyi Emefiele. If he is truly contesting and the rumors are true, although we don't know him, that he looks like a gentleman who will keep to his words, and most importantly, he's not a politician. We took this decision because he has used his office to create programs to eradicate poverty, and so many programs also in agriculture. We believe that if he's given the opportunity, he will bring meaningful development and help the economy get back on feet. We are willing to surrender our hands as solidarity on confirmation of Emefiele as the presidential flag bearer of the All Progressive Congress AC.
Now, you just watched militant armed with AK-47 coming publicly to beat drum for a serving central bank governor of Nigeria called Emefiele. So if you look at those committing the crime of human rights violation, you look at the politicians, not those fleeing from Nigeria, not those fleeing, not those victims. But we know the reason why the United Kingdom said they are going to be processing the asylum individually is because to scare the Biafra, to scare the secessionists away. Because Catherine Lang have done her job. But we are here to tell them today that this particular generation of freedom, today I name myself Nigel Farage of Biafra. So when we talk about the apartheid in South Africa, in their argument for the apartheid, in the argument of those apartheid people, they say it was a necessity for the development of capitalism as enabled the provision of cheap, unskilled, and whatever labor that was in the high demand. But was that the case? The answer is no. The country of agriculture and industrial and mining sectors. Now, in that particular time, the inability to meet human need is an important factor. Is an important factor of exacerbating the conflict. What did I say? The inability to meet human need is an important factor to exacerbating conflict, and in the extension, the proliferation of human rights violation. So if in Nigeria today, you assess Nigeria as it is, and you see that Nigeria they have proved to have the inability to provide human need, conflict everywhere. That is the only thing it's going to bring. Because there are people, there are ethnic groups in Nigeria who believe they can do better on their own. And I, Simon EKPA, I am from that group, ethnic group, that believe that we will do better on our own. That believe we are almost 80 million people who believe we are going to do better on our own. And if you say that we are lying, now let us sit on the round table to renegotiate our coexistence and put it into voting, like Farage and Boris Johnson led Britain to exit the European Union for over 4 decades of this particular union. Address me as Farage, Nigel Farage of Biafra today. Only today. I don't want it tomorrow. And severely, the constricted ability to meet needs, such as food, the food, land, watermarks, the community turns away from additional negotiation. The strategy that do not consider non-negotiation issue, Biafra are not different. So if you say when they were like the one when they were asking the president of Nigeria, he was saying, "Oh, I don't want to negotiate with them. What I want to negotiate with them for?" So we are talking about what is giving birth to the insecurity and conflict in Nigeria is the inability to meet human need. It is also the inability to meet what human need, such as food, land, the watermarks. Community turns away from traditional negotiation. This particular scenario I am telling you now, encompasses in the human need approach. But what did the United Kingdom come to do? They say, we are looking at human rights violators. Who tell you that human rights violator is coming to UK to seek asylum? That is when El Rufai will come to United Kingdom to seek asylum. So you should wait and let El Rufai come. But for you to single out separatists in Nigeria, we are not going to give a dime. We are not giving a dime. You made a law specifically for the separatists from Nigeria. While in Somalia, you did not make a law. You did not enact a law that, oh, there are people fighting in Somalia. So those who will flee from Somalia coming to Europe, they are going to check whether they are human rights violators. Who told you that people fighting for their own freedom will become human rights violators? What are they coming to your country to do? They don't have time. Anybody who is involved in fighting for freedom of their people back home cannot flee. They will fight to the end. If anybody in such a person run, it means that the person never fought before. So who is violating your human right or human right of anybody? The Nigerian government, the Fulani, and the security agencies. So this scenario encompasses in the human need approach, which views conflict as arising from non-negotiable issues that can only be resolved using win-win strategies. Buhari and Nigeria have refused to follow this particular approach to renegotiate Nigeria, thereby opening the gate for violence across aggrieved ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. And today, they pretend in the United Kingdom that they don't know what I'm talking about. An example of win-win strategy in conflict resolution is evident in the Kosovo conflict, with the conflict of Kosovo, the Albanian and the Serb group agreeing on protective security, which benefited both of them. So why can't the United Kingdom look into the ordeal and the reason why this conflict and the human rights abuse or whatever they are talking about is coming from? Why are they not looking at it? At the cause. Because we have come to stay. You see this Biafra agitation, it has come to stay. There is no amount of comment. So long as we are working freely, we are going to fight till the end. And if you want to restrict our freedom, that we are not going to work freely, you must come with a very strong law that says you must not talk for the freedom. And then we are going to ask you a question. What have we done differently from Farag, Nigel, and Boris Johnson? The process of exiting the European Union. The union that have lasted for 4 decades. They came with their word of mouth. They preached to the British people. They voted out of EU. I'm doing the same thing. So why must you wait until people carry gun and carry AK-47 and start killing each other? Does it make sense? You did not wait for Farage to arm people in the UK, in street of London. You didn't wait for Boris Johnson to arm people with pistol and AK-47 to start killing people in the United Kingdom. But when it comes to Africa, you wait. You wait. You delay. You pretend as if nothing is going on until the people will have enough of it and pick up arms. And then you begin to amend your law. Don't come here and seek asylum. I am going to investigate you. I will tell you, oh my goodness, I don't want to use a very, very wrong language. Because I know this video is going to go far. This example of win-win strategy in conflict resolution is what they ought to have done in Nigeria. But what is the motive of not doing it? What is the motive? Scam, fraud, selfish interest. You think you are more human than me? You think that Nigel Farage is more human than me? He's not human than me. The only thing he had is that he was more privileged than me. So if I was born in the same family with him, I think by now I would have more greater than him, because I would be more privileged than him. And I want you all to understand that we humans are just like other species, and we are equipped with innate wariness for individual who is unlike themselves. The fear of the other, fear of the unknown can be argued as well to be the deepest underlying factor for violent conflict in Nigeria today, which, when exposed to other biological and environmental factors, yield the propensity for human to commit human rights violation. That is exactly what is going on in Nigeria. They come, they attack your farm, they attack your farmland, your crops gone. You will be looking at cow will be destroying everything you have, and you have nobody to run to. And let me tell you that the need to react toward perceived hostility or the possibility of it in a preventive manner. In Nigeria, this hostility is often expressed in violent and humiliating manner, which encompasses human rights violation. So what is the United Kingdom talking about secessionists? If we are not being victim of human rights violation, why are we fighting to leave Nigeria? Everything I'm saying here today is fact. The hostility that the Fulani terrorists are bringing to us, are often expressed in the worst violent and humiliating manner. That is why they will cut children, cut women, cut our women and children and young girls, cut them into pieces. You see the video that they are sharing that they were speaking Igbo. They say he's a military man. They cut the private part of the woman. Who told you that the Fulani are not speaking Igbo more than me? Have you not seen them? So many of them were born in Igbo land. They speak Igbo more than you. So whatever you see today is a propaganda. Igbos don't commit such violation. Everything you see today, we know how we protect our forest. But they were speaking Igbo. one thing you should ask yourself, what is the essence of such video? What is the essence? The essence is there so that you watch it and you will say, oh my God, Biafra, we are fighting. Forgetting that even if it is Biafra you are fighting, in war, people are being killed, butchered, shot by bullet, and they die. All die are the same. Any die that the metal pierced inside you and you die is a murder. That is exactly what they do in the north. They come, they were speaking Igbo. People will say, oh, look at Igbo, look at Igbo. And because they have made up their mind, these are people that will never support the freedom of their people. They are sharing it. And when you see such video, you yourself, you share it. You are not just destroying yourself, you are destroying your own future. Biafra people do not do such thing, and we can never be part of such. These are the propaganda. It did not happen. It did not start today. We have seen several of that from Boko Haram in the north. We saw them in the north. How they line people up and start chopping their head, putting them in the grave. When they told you that people are coming, they are coming to the east, they don't need to come to the east. They're already there. Ago, the same people hold Enugu State Governor to ransom. Enugu State Governor was not allowed to enter a market in his own state by the Fulanis. They were shooting guns, AK-47 in the market, in the open. Did they speak Hausa? Were they They were speaking Igbo. They were up Enugu, and they speak Enugu more than many of you. These same people who will go and commit crime, and they will be blowing Igbo language and videoing it. We are not moved by that. They are gone. For the time being, we are facing the Fulani terrorists that are raping our women in the forest. Let the Southeast leaders understand that there is no going back in this particular freedom. If they think that we are joking, let them allow us to take charge of the security. And I will tell you, believe me, in the next 3 weeks, you cannot hear of anybody committing crime. We are going to round them up. But because they never meant well. They never meant well. If they meant well, they should give it a try. After all, they are the one telling you that they have a bubago. They tell you that they have this one. They tell what is the difference? What is the difference between the Eastern Security, uncompromised Eastern Security Network and the bubago? The difference is because the Eastern Security Network is uncompromised. If you tell them that you want the Fulani terrorists to leave, they will make sure they leave. The bubago, if you tell them you want Fulani terrorists to leave, when the Fulani terrorists come, one politician will call them, and that is the end. They collect money and tell them, go that way and never come back. The Eastern Security Network don't do that. They have sworn to protect our land. And that's exactly what they were doing. So if the politicians in the Southeast, they want to see insecurity end, they should call the Eastern Security Network. And believe me, all these criminals, like I was mentioning the people that were committing crime in Obosi. Somebody said I should come and apologize. Apologize for who? Soludo today can understand that even the landlords have not helped matter in the crime. And I watched a video where the man say he can do juju and his stomach will become pregnant. And this man cannot do juju, so that all the people committing crime in Obosi, that is giving Obosi name, giving Obosi bad name, and giving Igbo Obosi bad name too, since he claimed Igbo Obosi is innocent man. He cannot do juju, so that those people, their stomach will swell up and they will not be able to do crime again. He want to give Simon Ekpa juju for calling out the Igwe. These are the nincompoop, the non-entities that are destroying the land of Biafra in the name of giving Igbo Obosi eye service. We don't do that. If you get juju, do it to the people that made me call up Igbo Obosi. Let the juju work on them. But you can't do it because you have no juju. You can't do it. The people are there with you in Obosi, kidnapping, doing drugs, and instead of you to address it, you are telling me Igbo Obosi is trying. Trying what? How is it trying? When the rate of crime in Obosi is the worst in Anambra State, how is that a trying? How does that amount to try? That man was there in the video calling another Igwe a criminal. Calling another Igwe a criminal. Calling another Igwe a criminal. He mentioned 2 Igwe or 3 Igwe. He called them criminals in Anambra State. He said that Igwe we know he's a criminal. And he was there asking Simon Ekpa, come and apologize to Igwe Obosi. Come apologize for what? If you get juju to do Simon Ekpa, do the juju to the people that made me call the Igwe. That is how impunity works. You people are so idiotic. If you have brain, you wouldn't even come public to start talking nonsense. Somebody that was in my program the other time, I think last year, from South Africa, he came here from Ozobolo and talked. He was murdered. He was killed in his village in Ozobolo 2 days ago. These are the human rights violators. Now, the fear of the order can be argued to be the deepest underlying factor of violent conflict, which, when exposed in the other biological and environmental factors, yield the propensity of human rights commit human rights violation. The need to react toward this perceived hostility or the possibility of the preemptive manner. The hostility you see in Enugu, something like that hostility against the governor of Enugu State, is often expressed in a very violent and humiliating manner. And when you look at that, you say, your problem is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Your problem is Simon Ekpa. Your problem is Eastern Security Network. Your problem is this, your problem is that. Let us look at the Sudan. Let us look at the Sudan. How many of you remember the Sudan? I am talking to the United Kingdom, the Home Office now. The Sudan conflict. The Sudan conflict is the longest standing war on the African continent. Longest standing war on the African continent. This is a fact. Is partially, or let me say, it is partly indicative of the profoundness of the causes of the war. But what did the British do? Who do you know who was part of the war in Sudan? The same British. And this particular, the longest standing war in Africa, it was also an indicative of the inability of the British, of the post-colonial Sudanese, the state to offer a solution, which is exactly happening in Nigeria today. And this inability of the post-colonial Sudanese state to offer solution have led to this a far-reaching enough to resolve the underlying contradictions. It didn't happen. The Sudan conflict that eventually split the country into two owes its unfortunate existence to the deep suspicion between Muslim and Christian. That is the same thing going on in Nigeria today. What is the British doing? They want us to kill ourselves and kill everybody first before they intervene. They want us to fight more than the Sudanese. And if that is what they want, believe me, we are ready for it. But now, the opportunity is here. The British government is rather busy amending asylum laws for Biafrans to come and seek asylum. The British is quite busy amending laws for the Nigeria separatists. They choose Nigeria separatists only for them. Country of origin, country policy. This is what we found. They went to all these Sahara reporters. Sahara reporter, IPOB clash with army. They pick it and they take. Punch News, Nigeria clash with IPOB. 2 persons killed. They pick it and they keep. That is why all this fake news, when they will begin to work against you, you will not know. So the earlier we begin to sue the hell out of Sowore, the better for us. Some of you are good with Sowore. You parley with him. Sowore. Oh, this, you parley with him. Go to look at that particular home office for country of origin. Sahara Reporters page is there. The newspaper is part of the reference to tell you there are those committing human rights violation, your asylum will be processed differently. So when they are doing all these things, you think it is not for a purpose. You think that, okay, it's just a fake news. You go to their comment, you comment, it's a fake. It is a fake. The day they are going to use it will be after 2 years. They will go there and pick it. And some of you will go and start beating drum for Sowore. Sowore will wear cap. Sowore will be writing against Biafra, writing against IPOB. He claimed to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's friend. Today, everything Sahara reporters have written against IPOB is in the UK country report as reference, whether fake or real. You see that? Now, let me tell you, the Sudan conflict was as a result of the suspicions between Christians and Muslim communities. The exact thing happening in Nigeria today. Nigeria is even worse. The root of the conflict dates back to centuries, beginning of the occupation of the north by Arab invaders, which Usman Dan Fodio was part of. So if anybody come to tell you that, run away, British have written and they say IPOB is a terrorist, is a lie. They have never said IPOB is a terrorist organization because IPOB is not a terrorist organization. And again, on the other hand, tell them if they like, they can write anything they like in this world. We are not going to back down to abdicate the position that is going to lead us to our freedom. Because what is good for the cause is good for the gender. The thing that Farage led the British to be enjoying today, they left the European Union, is the same thing we want to enjoy. I want to enjoy it. I want to feel freedom. I want to feel it. I am the Nigel Farage of Biafra today. I want to feel it. And that is why my preaching will continue to instigate Biafrans to rise up against Nigeria. That's what I'm doing. And I'm not missing my word. Because Farage preaching instigated British citizens against the European Union. There were protests, civil disobedience. We're protesting. We want a referendum. Vote whether you want to be in the EU or not. Our own is they tell you, they want to tell us how to live. So let me conclude by saying that it is true that a lot of human rights abuses has happened in Biafra land, committed by the Nigeria government. Nigeria Army, DSS, the informations are there. We have written to the ICC with evidence. We have written to most of the powers in the world. We have written to UN. The evidences are there. And of course, you will not be surprised because just a few days ago, the prosecutor of the ICC came to Nigeria. He did not mention ever receiving anything from us, the Biafrans. And that was a stab in my chest. So, these human rights abuses by the Nigeria state happen as a result of wanton disregard for the people's welfare. What is happening in Imo State today, in Anambra, in Rivers, in everywhere in Biafra land today, is as a result of disregard for the people's welfare. The greed and the evil cannot be ignored as a factor of the human rights violation and the conflict all over Nigeria. So who are those perpetrating the greed? Who are those that are perpetrating the evil? The politicians. So Katrina Lang, you need to go back and start looking again how to amend your immigration law and how to sanction those who have packed money and you help them to launder the money to United Kingdom, because that is what most of you do. And not victim. You cannot continue. You can't push us again to the wall. We are already touching the wall. Now it is time we are going to push you back. And let me know, don't think that if Simon Ekpa go out of the way today, another dangerous Simon Ekpa is not going to come. More dangerous Simon Ekpa is on the way coming. We are going to bring them out. Those they say Simon Ekpa is preaching. Oh, he's causing problem in Biafra land. He's causing this. You think that when you hire Fulani who speak Igbo to go and commit crime, or after committing crime, they say, oh, Simon Ekpa is preaching. Because of that, I will run away. Run away, go where? There is nothing that will stop this particular struggle that we are into now until Biafra come and until you renegotiate the coexistence of Biafra people in Nigeria. They say the man who is the president went to Ebonyi State. They asked him about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, no. I don't want to anything. No, there is no political solution. Let him face the law. They asked him about what about your promise? No. There is nothing like that. Our elders were even locked outside from the information reaching to us. Our elders were locked out. And I was telling them the other day, you will continue to be locked out. Our elders, you will continue to be humiliated until you understand that your power and strength in Nigeria lies on the youth. Any day, any day you realize that your power and strength in Nigeria lies on the Biafra agitators and the youth, you will always be locked up like they locked you out in Ebonyi State. And of course, some of you that went to Abuja, ordinary to go to court, they locked you out, humiliated you. You will continue to be humiliated until you understand that your power lies on us. Any day you support us, you will be recognized. Any day you support us, Nigeria will respect you. Any day you support us openly with everything in you, you will be feared by the Fulani terrorists. And of course, let me tell you, some of you are afraid. It's not like you don't want to align with us. You are afraid. And that afraid doesn't do anything. They can't do anything. Any day you do Pakam, the Biafra people will rally you around. The time is coming. And because these have eaten deep inside all of you, you are being kicked like a ball. They are kicking you like football. elders that are supposed to have prestige and integrity in Nigeria state. Elders that have sacrificed a lot. You carry a hair, you carry a walking stick, you go to a function, a government function, instead of them to treat you like an elder, they kick you outside because you are not a Fulani senator. You are not Alhaji Dantata. You are not Shinkafi. You are not Dankote father. Who are you? You are an Igbo man. Igbo man from Anambra, Ebonyi, and the other. Go and sit down. What are you? So for us for the British and the UK Home Office, since they are now interested in Nigeria, interested in Biafra, one good thing is that they wrote about Biafra. They wrote to Biafra in their country of country policy. They wrote Biafra by force, whether they like it or not. Biafra have entered their country, Nigeria country of origin. So when I ring a bell, the Biafra there is ringing bell there. I saw Biafra several times there. I was happy. I took my time to read everything, including the report and the references from A to Z. And I was seeing Biafra. I was happy. Biafra here, Biafra there, separatists there. You are going to hear it and say it by force, and it is happening. So for us to stop this, the greed and the evil cannot be ignored because they are the factors that lead to the human rights violation in Biafra land today. But there is tendency to portray them as being the inclusive factors behind this vice. As a result, human rights violators are generally viewed as inherently evil, which they are. Opus Dodema and all of them. They are evil and greedy. But the truth is there are other factors that can compel the wise, harmless individuals to also commit violent act. They can commit violent act, such as destroying properties. So when you look at these individuals whom the assault, the human rights violation, you have violated their right, can lead them to wanton destruction of property. As such, it would be unfair to classify such people plainly as monsters. When you were killing in the Igbo, when we were killing the youth in Enugu, killing them in Mpo, in Obibo, killing them everywhere, just they gather to pray, you kill them. You think a day like this will not come, that they are going to remind you that you kill them? Those who are alive, you are going to kill and you get tired of killing. So those who are branding Biafra agitators as a violent group, they are a violent group. Where were you when they were being killed, when they were being raped, when the people tried to protest against the NSAS, they were killed? Where were you? These are the compelling factors of the violence you see today in Nigeria, not just in Biafra land. So, is it fair that when they have been compelled to rise up to defend themselves, you say they are violating human rights? When you refuse to address the issue of the killing and raping by the Nigerian security agents? Or are you not aware of that? If you are not aware of that, come openly and tell us. And then we're going to give you fact with pictures, data, and evidences of the crime against innocent Biafrans. As I'm talking to you now, some of our women are being raped in DSS dungeon in Niger State, in the north, and so many places. Women, girls that have done nothing other than wearing. There was a one that took the last time. Nobody will know where she is now. For wearing Biafra flag, she was kidnapped. That was her crime. Her crime, her own violation of human rights is to wear Biafra flag. How would Katria Lang and her UK Home Office handle that. No, they are not going to talk about that. So it will be unfair to classify such people as plainly as monsters. Rather, they may be ordinary individuals with a skewed perception of reality. Why the reality that human rights violation result for perpetrators to justify their actions. It highlights a side of human rights violation that often hidden from the perpetrators themselves. Oh. So, what exactly are we not talking about? My people of Biafra, I want you to understand that nothing can stop us from this freedom. Those of you who have shared this fake news that IPOB has been designated as terrorist group, you are a disgrace, because there is nothing like that. There is nothing like that. The United Kingdom never designated IPOB as a terrorist group. Why are you helping your enemies to spread propaganda? Why? Why are you helping your enemies to sell lies against you? Because some of you have shared it to me, even my platform, on a WhatsApp. So why are you sharing it? Why are you distributing lies? The UK Home Office never designated IPOB as a terrorist group. Never. They never did. What they did was what is being practiced everywhere in the world. If you come to seek asylum, you are going to be heard individually, individual cases. So if you want, delete everything you have shared about the UK designating IPOB as a terrorist group. From tonight, if you have such thing on your page, we will mark you as the enemy of Biafra, because that was a lie. It's a propaganda. Any media that share that thing, go to their page and let them delete it. Except the Nigeria people, they are going to continue to just remove yourself. Any page that shared it, remove yourself from there, because it is a lie. It is not truth. Remove yourself. And I am going to flash the exact page of the UK Home Office where the information comes from directly. Here is the website of the Home Office where the information is coming from. Now, the main issue here is the assessment and the preface. Every other thing is story from the Nigerian news media, Sowore and Sahara Reporter. Every other thing is from Sowore, Sahara Reporter, and nothing else. So when you go forward, you are going to see the assessment. There is only two things I want you to understand. I don't need to go to start explaining all these things, because it amounts to me giving you legal advice and all that. Now, let us go here. The basis of claim. Basis of claim is fear of persecution and or serious harm by state actors because the person is a member or supporter of or perceived to belong to a group that support a separate state of Biafra. So I am just too happy to see that it is now a must that they are writing Biafra, whether they like it or not. It does not matter where they say you are going to the Home Office will have to investigate whether you are running away from persecution or you are running away from prosecution. These are two different things. That you are running away from persecution or that you are running away from prosecution. So the only two things that is everything that is causing problem for people who don't understand the English here is only two words. That they want to determine whether you are running away from Nigeria because of persecution by the Nigeria state for being a member or supporting the separatist group, or that you are running away from Nigeria because of prosecution, that the Nigeria government is taking you to court and they want to prosecute you and you are running away. So your issue also will be handled differently. Let me tell you one thing. Under international law, you are not to deport anybody that is highly profiled to any country where the person will be tortured, dehumanized. It is against international law. And the United Kingdom is part of that law. Even some of them, they have terrorists. They watch them. They have like real terrorists too. Not like terrorists they have real terrorists. United Kingdom. We are not terrorists. What we are fighting for is freedom. So before they will take you away from the United Kingdom, they have to know that your own case, individual case, that either, okay, your story is not, it doesn't have, it's not credible enough to be offered asylum. Then, of course, they deport you to Nigeria. Nigeria is not regarded as a crisis zone. I don't know the situation now, because Nigeria is worse than Somalia at the moment. So anywhere you see the post that say United Kingdom designate IPOB as terrorist, delete it immediately from tonight, because you are doing yourself just a harm, because it is not true. So if you have anything like that in your WhatsApp group, delete it. If you have anything like that in any page you are following, if you go and tell the person that owns the page to delete it and the person refuses to delete it, unfollow the page from tonight. This is what we are going to do. We have entered and crossed the Rubicon. And nobody is going to come in between this our freedom we want to get. We want to enjoy like other countries. We want to experience Biafra. We want to experience freedom. We want to experience to have a country that our cultural differences will not be there. We want to have a country of our own. As it stands now, we do not have countries of our own. Okay, so I think they are listening to me. Thank you very much. I think they are listening to me. So we have a breaking news. All right. All right. They are listening to me. I told you that, or they are listening to us, because I'm not me, it's us. So don't misquote that. I told you that in this program, they have assigned a lot of people to watch. I told you that the African Union, I'm aware of that. I think the African Union also, the EKPA, I'm aware of that. There are people watching this program. They have two people watching this program. Now, This is a breaking news, and we are. I think that it has been corrected. So the reason I will show this is because it is just 9 minutes ago. All right, 9 minutes ago. We have a new breaking news. I need to. One moment. Okay. This is just happening 8 minutes, 10 minutes ago. IPOB not on the list of terrorist group, says UK. The United Kingdom has clarified that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is not proscribed organization in the UK. The British government described the report in some section of the media, not the nation, as inaccurate reporting. Go and delete and unfollow any page that have reported that IPOB has been designated as a terrorist group in the UK. Right away. Delete them. You are not supposed to follow those pages. Any page that share that thing, go and delete them. We are going to fight this till the end. I'm telling you people that what we are doing is our right. Anybody who say that what we are doing is not our right, let him bring the law that say that it is a crime what I'm doing now, because I know my right. So we are going to continue the civil disobedience on the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th of this month to demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we do not commit any human rights violation. We are not committing that. We are rather the victims of it. We are the victim. That is why it is very important, very imperative that you go to Twitter. Anything that comes, we counter it, especially when it is a lie. We counter it. Go to Twitter. We cannot have 44,000 followers on Twitter. right, welcome back. Welcome back. I believe that the sound is back. Please, is the sound back? Is the sound back? Is the sound back? So, Biafra people, do not allow anybody to push you. Do not allow anybody to scare you. Do not allow anybody to tell you that what you are doing is a crime. Do not allow anybody to say you have committed crime by fighting for your freedom. Do not allow anybody to push you into running away from your responsibility, because your responsibility is to stand your ground. Whether the rain is falling on you, whether the sun is on you, you have to stand your ground until the freedom will come. All these things you see are just mere threat and distraction. They hold no water. We know what we are doing. Just when we say, do it, it is going to be step by step. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out because he has committed no crime. So we are making sure that everybody in Biafra land will remember that the history is about to be made. On the 16th, which is Monday, 17th, which is Tuesday, 18th, which is Wednesday, will be locked down in Biafra land. I want you to understand that irrespective of the fact that the other people are trying to distract us by fronting criminals on the street of Biafra land, do not fall for their trap. Do not fall for the trap, because we don't have rag gunmen in Biafra movement. What happened in Aba yesterday is condemnable. You bring rag men with guns and covering their face like Boko Haram, and you start threatening people in Abia State. We don't do that. These are the people that are sabotaging the Biafra struggle and sabotaging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Disassociate yourself from such. And let me tell you also, you see, they say that everybody must, the Biafra must lock down, that the entire Biafra must lock down, that Aso Rock is coming, that the man in Aso Rock is visiting Ebonyi State. So for that reason, you must lock Biafra down. We do not fight stupidly. We do not fight stupidly. We channel our energy and our fight to where we are going to get result. So when they tell you to sit at home, did the people sit at home? Nobody sit at home. Nobody listening to them anymore. And I believe by now, it is going, the message has been delivered. Biafra has spoken. They're not listening to them. They know those people are criminals. They have sold out. They say everybody sit at home. Buhari is coming. Nobody listen to them. They only brought out a rag gunmen in Aba, in Yimba, to start threatening people. We don't do that. Biafra people knows what is right and what is wrong. And that is why we are in autopilot. Autopilot. Even the people you least expected will support it. Because we are not fighting to prove Buhari that he is not, we hate him. We are not proving him we hate him. We are not fighting to prove him that he cannot come. He can come all we like. But any day we want to fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom, we fight it. We call it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Day. So we are saying that 16th and 17th and 18th is the day we are going to use to demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And it's going to go down in history. So if you love this particular freedom, if you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, it is time to make history. And let it go down that build up to the court day, Biafra started sitting at home for 3 days. It is going to send a very, very powerful message, a very big, powerful message. So, and it is your responsibility now, as you watch me today, to make sure the people in your community, to make sure the people in your villages, to make sure the people in your town, to make sure that everybody is aware that on the 17th and 18th is sit at home for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Biafra land. From here, from me, thank you, the Biafra people. May God bless all of you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless Sunday Igboho. May God bless Oduduwa. May God bless the Middle Belt. May God bless Eastern Security Network. May God bless all of you. Tomorrow is still a very powerful day, the Eastern Security Network fundraising. And we expect entire Biafrans to be part of it. We will continue to fund Eastern Security Network to protect our land, because nobody will do it for us. If you do not do it, one day you will wake up and your spirit will be watching your head on the floor. That is how Fulani kills. And we understand that it is not like I want to acknowledge Soludo, but at least he has come to understand that the Biafra agitators are not the one committing crime. Thank you. May God bless you.